Horror that A.J. Detwiler has survived. For that, there can be no escape, and never a reversal. At 160 pounds, 18-year-old A.J. Detwiler entered the Pennsylvania State High School Wrestling Finals as a favorite to win the gold. As a senior at Penridge outside Philadelphia, it would be his last chance to take the title in the sport he learned from another wrestler, his father, Andrew.
He'd always be yelling out the moves for me to do. Yeah, it was funny. But he got really into it. He probably got more into it than I did sometimes.
He was definitely the guy that was always screaming, always really intense with it.
My parents were very into us playing sports, and so he would not have missed a match in the world, like, for anything.
Both Detwiler parents, Andrew and his wife Suzanne, used sports to push their children in competition and in life. But in 2003, when Andrew, an iron worker, hurt his shoulder and was unable to return to work, the father and husband began to change.
Him not being able to support the family was hard for him to get by. It was hard for him to take. I think he felt like he was letting us down, but in no way at all did we ever feel that.
But AJ's father was suffering a darker time than anyone knew. June 12th of last year, Andrew tried to end his life. The next day, he committed himself to a local hospital for psychiatric evaluation. He signed himself out just 3 days later.
We felt almost as if it was our fault that our dad wasn't happy, but he made it clear that no, it's not that. He didn't understand what was going on with him.
Then, June 18th, 6 days after Andrew's suicide attempt, life in the Detwiler home changed forever. With Brittany away at college, AJ and Corey, then 15 years old, awakened that morning to find their parents arguing and saw their father threatening their mother with a knife.
Someone says he didn't recognize me when I went up and tried to calm him down. And he turned the knife towards me. It was scary.
Afraid for their mother's life, Corey and AJ ran to find the family's 2 unloaded shotguns. Then, they confronted their father.
He dared me. He said, "Shoot me, I want you to." And I couldn't. There's no bullets in there. I just wanted to scare him away from my mom.
He calmed down basically and was trying to convince us to give him the guns, and we were like, no way.
In a struggle with his 2 sons, Andrew wrestled one of the shotguns away, then went into the garage where the ammunition was stored. Now, carrying a loaded gun, Andrew returned looking for his wife, who was hiding in AJ's bedroom closet.
My dad comes in to my bedroom right away and points a gun at me. He says, "Where's your mother?" And I go in the basement. He's like, "You better not be lying to me."
And then he went in the basement and searched all the rooms down there. And while he was down there, my mom and AJ ran for the front door and it was locked.
I couldn't get the door unlocked. I don't know why. That was the thing to me is, how did I not get the door unlocked? Before I knew it, my mom was running to the back door. She ran out on the deck and I followed her, of course. We're running down the stairs and I hear a gunshot. And my mom says, "Oh, I'm shot." And she passed away right in front of me. She just said, "I love you all." And she passed away.
After realizing his mother had been shot, Corey grabbed the second gun and loaded it. He found his father in the backyard, still armed, standing over his mother's body.
I saw my dad near my mom. Basically, I went out there and my dad pointed the gun at me. So I shot him once, and then he was running and he jumped over the fence and he fell on our side, and then he went for the gun again and I shot again. And then I just basically ran.
In the space of a single morning, A.J. Detwiler watched his father shoot and kill his mother. Moments later, his brother, in self-defense, shot and killed their father. 5 days later, the three Detwiler children buried their mother, Suzanne. The very next day, their father, Andrew.
It's upsetting to think of like your father supposed to protect you and to know that you're pointing gun at you. I just feel like it's not even like he's like a true father. Like sometimes he would be a good father, but like for that, it's like thinking of like a stranger pointing a gun at you.
The family now believes that Andrew Detwiler suffered from bipolar disorder, a mental illness that causes severe mood swings and erratic, even violent behavior.
If your dad were here today, what would you say to him?
Well, this is the hardest thing for me. I would just apologize to my dad. Looking over him, I just sat there and I cursed him out. I couldn't believe what he did, and at that time, I didn't know that he was bipolar. He couldn't control if he was gonna be angry. He couldn't control if he was gonna be happy. He couldn't control it.
When his senior year began last fall, AJ decided he would continue to wrestle. Now, with a new family in the stands. Cousins Mike and Linda Pulley made it to every match. None more difficult than senior night, when a letter written by AJ to his parents was read out loud.
Senior AJ Detwiler. AJ's been at this 13 years. He'd like to thank Mom and Dad for always being there for his brother, sister, and him.
I wanted to thank my parents for just doing everything they could for my brother, sister, and I to get ahead in life. And that was important for me to say. I would have said it regardless whether they were there or not. And I do just want to thank them for everything they did for us.
This April, just 10 months after the shootings, AJ was ranked second in state in his weight class and now had a chance at winning the state championship.
Wrestling at 160 pounds is a senior from Penridge, AJ Detwiler.
You don't have to walk back on the mat, but he still went out there, and to get to that point in your career, especially with what happened to us, is incredible.
To make it to the gold medal round, AJ needed to win his first match. He came out determined, focused, ready.
Let's go, AJ. Take a shot. Come on,
If the mat held room for compassion or space for sympathy, AJ Detwiler would have won.
Stop. Come on, Edge! Move, AJ! Come on, don't give up, AJ!
But he lost.
I went out and I wanted to win gold medal for my parents, and it was definitely important to me. The first match I lost, like after I lost that, it was just almost meaningless to me.
Keep your head up, all right?
Just for him to finish the season, for him to keep going and do what he did and even make it to states, that's even bigger than winning it.
When the tournament was over, AJ finished 8th. After the medal ceremony, hugging Corey and Brittany, there was laughter and love and life. Looking for the escapes, searching for the reversals. AJ Detwiler is still wrestling and will always remember.
Tom Rinaldi. AJ Detwiler is joining family this fall, joining his sister Brittany at Boston University, where she plays on a softball scholarship. AJ has a full wrestling scholarship to attend BU.
Well, the big three head into Sonoma